Well, hello there, my friends. This is Brenda, Brenda's Thrifted Decor and DIY. Happy Friday! And guess what, you all? This is, thank God, it's Friday kind of day. And also, I want to say to you that I trust that you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Let's dive right into this Friday. So what I have for you today, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than cleaning today. I have in my house, let me tell you this, I have 4 bedrooms and they're all upstairs. My primary bedroom. I have 3 additional bedrooms. One, of course, is the primary bedroom where I sleep. And then there is Sage's bedroom. I have 1 bedroom designated as our she cave that I got to go in and kind of redo some stuff and get it set back up. But that's our she cave where we do movie night and things of that nature. And then my 4th bedroom, which is on the back side of my house, is actually my guest bedroom. I guess what you call your spare bedroom. And so I rented it out a few times. The last time it was rented out to my grandson. And when he left, it wasn't too bad, but the carpet was shot. And I know I've talked about this probably a couple times in the past on the videos, but I've decided that it's time that I go ahead and get that room set up. So my goal is before the end of this year, before the end of December, I want to have that room fixed up. I want to have my she cave back fixed up because what it is, Joe, I don't want any rooms in my house that have no use or not occupied in any kind of way. My grandson is almost 12, and so when he comes over, he needs his own separate place to sleep. I used to have a bedroom that he slept in when he would come over, which was designated as his bedroom, but I broke that down and I did the she cave. So now it's time that I get the back bedroom done. And also I want to use it that just in case I decide, I'm trying to decide, I don't know, I'm just thinking about doing like a short-term rental type of Airbnb type thing, but I only want to do it short-term. I've had people that have stayed with me that have done like a year's lease or 6 months lease. I have no interest in doing that again at all, because I would rather that it all be short term, because I know me, I get tired real quick and I'd be like, you know, how many more months you got to go? And so, but I've been blessed that I have had relatively good tenants here. I haven't had, I think I may have had one that was kind of a disaster, and she was on a 6-month lease, and by the time that 6 months was up, I was ready for her to go. But everybody else that I've had living here, very respectful, quiet, stayed to themselves, didn't bother me, I didn't bother them. They paid the rent on time, and that was always, you know, those 3 times were good times. So needless to say, I have, what I'm gonna do, I have set out like a blueprint in that bedroom of how I want to set it up, because I don't want it to be all cluttered, and it's just gonna be a guest bedroom. So I just need minimal, you know, type stuff in there. I don't need a bunch of, the biggest thing that I want to do is I want to give it a nice coat of paint. And I probably wind up doing not dark, but it's like a semi between a light and a medium tone as far as the color. Haven't decided what color yet. I need to get, I have the box spring, which is a full size, but I need to get the mattress, the top mattress that goes on the top of it. I need to get a chair. But what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to take you up there and I'm going to show you, because I kind of laid it out how I want it to look. I have some furniture that I need to stain. I have something I need to paint. So as I take you in, just keep in mind, now this is just a blueprint of what I want the bedroom, how I want it to be laid out. It's not anything permanent. Don't look at the furniture. Don't look at the floors. But I just want you to see my vision. That's basically what I want you to do, is to see my vision. And we're going to get rolling on this. And one other thing that I have planned for today is on Sunday, one of my sons and his wife is going to be hosting a pre-Thanksgiving dinner. So because they were going to be doing some traveling and all that, so they want to do pre-Thanksgiving on Sunday. Now, I had thought about doing hosting Thanksgiving here, and I kind of reached out to some family members. A lot of people were going to be out of town. So I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to, really bother about, hosting here at my house. So my daughter-in-law asked me to bring some collard greens and some dressing. She called it stuffing. I call it dressing. So today, what I need to do, I went ahead the other day while I was in, I believe it was in Publix, I think it was. And I went ahead and picked up 2 bunches of greens. So I'm thinking that, because it's just going to be our immediate family, my children and their spouse and kids. So it won't be like a house full of us. So I figure 2 bunches should be enough. So I'm going to cut up the greens, and I'm not going to cook them now. I'm just going to cut them up, and I'm going to bag them. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep them, because I got to start cooking them tomorrow night. So today is just cutting them up, putting them in bags. So tomorrow, because I have some things I need to do tomorrow, which is Saturday, and I just want to get a jump start by getting them cut up. So that's what I'll be doing that. And I think and as far as the actual cooking, what I'll do on Saturday when I get ready to make my dressing, I will pull you back in, because my dressing is going to be based on what I already have in my cabinet. I am not a big dressing maker. I've tried, but I think I can do a pretty good job. The only thing I have to, maybe 2 or 3 items that I need to get from the grocery store. I think some celery, bell pepper. I already have onions, but I pretty much have everything else that I need. And I already have in my mind how I want this dressing, how I want to prepare this dressing. And of course, I'm going to do a gravy, and I can kind of do that because it's on Sunday after church, so I can really kind of do that after I get out of church Sunday with the gravy. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road, and I'm going to take you right now upstairs to the bedroom that I'm going to be doing a little DIY project on, getting that bedroom ready. And I want y'all to stay on this journey with me as I go about sprucing up this bedroom, bringing it back to life, and cleaning it up. All right, let's go. I am now upstairs in the bedroom. And as you can see, sort of some in the background. I'll turn the camera around in a few minutes so that I can give you a total view of my vision. And I'm going to be, because like right now, I have the walls painted in this kind of a light gray color. I want to go bold with the color, but I don't know exactly what color I want to do. I'm kind of thinking about maybe a blue-gray or something. Once again, not dark, but kind of medium. I think it would just give the bedroom just more of an ambiance and just kind of a dreamy-like feel. But then it doesn't get a lot of light in here. I have that problem all around my house. And so I'm kind of wondering if I go dark, if that'll make it look too much like a cave. But we're going to play with it. I know right now I don't want gray at all. So, but let me go ahead and turn the camera around so that you can get a gist of this bedroom. I'm going to show you the huge walk-in closet, and let's get started. All right, so let me show you my vision board for this bedroom. And like I said, please keep in mind that all the furniture that you are going to see is either going to be stained or painted. But I think I'll probably go more with staining as opposed to the painting. So let's kind of start over here against this wall. Well, let me give you a panoramic first. So other than the furniture, it's kind of a blank slate. As you can see, the carpet is in pretty bad shape as far as dirty. So the first thing that I want to do is, before I even start doing anything, I want to have the carpet cleaned, very good, shampooed, and preferably this would be my last time having to clean it because I want to have it all replaced. It's past time. It's been here since the house was built. And so let's go ahead and start over here. Now, on this wall, that's the walk-in closet there, I have this really nice desk. It's all wood. And my grandson, I don't know what happened here, but I'm going to sand all of that down because it's really was purchased like it is now. I actually got it off of Facebook Marketplace, but I believe the people that purchased it originally never actually stained it or painted it because this is the way that it was purchased. So my goal is to either stain it in a nice, like a mahogany type color. And for you that have been around with me for a little while, this wall hanging I got off of a dump. It was a dumpster dive. And it was just sitting out. It had gotten wet. The backing on it had gotten wet. But other than that, it was in very good shape. I love it. So part of my color scheme would be based on this picture. I'm not going to do the leopard print type thing in here, but more so of the color scheme. If you can just see, let me turn this lamp off because it's kind of reflecting on it. See if you can see that better. Yeah, that's a lot better. So you see how it has the greens in it and some of the golds. Then the black and white zebras with their brown noses. That's where I will probably pull out some of the gold. And yeah, so I really am excited. And then you have the frame. I love the frame. And you see how I can pull gold into the room from the frame. And so I'm going to get like a desk chair, probably just a regular straight back chair to sit here. So when I do have guests, if they want to work or do whatever they need to do, they'll have access here to the table. Or if they want to maybe have a meal in here, then they can use it as a, as a table to, to have a very simple meal. I pull this lamp here from downstairs in my family room. I say, I'm going to try it up here. I just think it looks really nice there on the desk. And all right, so we're going to move around. So over in this area, this is where the bed is going to be set up. Let me come back some. So the bed will be set up. I went ahead and put the box spring down just to kind of give myself a vision of how the bed is going to look. It's just it's a full size. So I need to find a full-size top mattress to go with it. And then I had this nightstand that I pulled from another room. I was actually going to go ahead and I was thinking about taking it to Goodwill. And I said, why? Why in the world would you do that? So I said, and I was also thinking that if I kept it, I may repaint it. But as I look at that, look at the nightstand and then the wall hanging, I think that, that really goes well together. Now this lamp, this is a nautical theme lamp. Isn't that pretty? It's got a blue shade on it. It's a pretty large lamp too. I got this lamp from a yard sale. I paid $10. And ever since I got it, I always said that once I do this bedroom, that lamp was gonna be in this bedroom. I just love it. It was a $10 lamp. So that would be the nightstand area. And then, of course, like I said, here's the box spring for the bed. And I wanted to, the bed that I had in here before was a queen size, but it took up so much of the room. And I decided that this time I just wanted a full-size bed. I'm going to try to find a nice mattress to go with it. I need the rails to go with it. And so on my vision board, part of my vision board, I have these curtains that I am contemplating. I like that because I was thinking about if I did these, because I have two, obviously there's a pair of the smoke gray ones. And then I would put those smoke gray and then have these shears in between them. That's one option, but I don't know about you all, the color. Okay, so here is another option. I've had these curtains for a very very, very long time, probably about 20 years. But these are absolutely pretty. They feel like silk. I like those. And so when I look at those, and when I look back over at the picture, I kind of think, I'm kind of leaning more towards the brown ones. And also when I look at the gray ones with what appears to be branches. And then when I look back over at the picture, the black and white frame, and those also look nice. But when I look at the brown ones and look over that way at the lamp with the rope inside and the brown on top of the table and pulling out the gold and from the picture, I hate to say picture because it sounds like I'm talking about a water pitcher, but the wall hanging, then I like the brown ones. So I have decisions to make. So when I come around this way, this is going to be the sitting area for the room. Now, who remembers, which some of you should, I was coming home one day and I saw this table sitting beside the road. It's like a little accent end table. I stopped and I picked it up because it had great bones. I still need to clean it up. I need to get some new knobs for it. But this morning, what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and sanded down the top of it. But here's the thing, you all. I don't want to restain the entire stand. So what I'm thinking about doing, which my son, when he built that shelf for me, that's in my breakfast room that I spoke to you all about in my last video. This stain, that there was some stain left over, there's almost a whole jar of it. So I'm thinking about just doing the top of it, just staining the top of it, and then getting some wood oil and shining up, because the stain is going to be about the same color as the stain that I already have on hand. So I'm really considering going in that direction. And I'm going to look for some really pretty gold knobs that would kind of give some bling bling. Yep. And so in the corner over here, I'm looking at, I want to put a nice, comfortable, soft, cushiony, kind of a high back type chair, nothing old fashioned. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace. I actually been looking under the free section, and I saw some really nice chairs. Now, a couple of them, someone had already, she said someone was already going to be picking them up. Well, both asked, they said that somebody, they were pending. So I said, well, if they change their mind, let me know, because I would love to be able to pick either one of them up. But that is what's going to be in that corner. And so I'm thinking that, okay, so on the wall, I don't know, I probably won't put a picture, a wall hanging over. I'm more than likely going to put a wall hanging like on the side right there. Unless I can find a huge mirror. If I can find a big mirror that will go, oh, I think that would be nice, y'all. I just thought about that. A really nice big mirror, wall mirror. That would be so pretty. And so right here in that spot, because I don't want the room to be cluttered. Pretty much the furniture that you see, other than me having to get a chair and the top mattress, that's going to be pretty much it for the furniture. Because you all know I can overdo it sometimes, but this time I want the room to be simply furnished. So right here, I'm thinking about doing maybe like a nice big tall vase or something decorative, maybe with artificial vine plants hanging down, but just something really cute for that little spot right there. And then the only other piece that I'm considering, and it depends on the chair that I find and how big it would be, I'm kind of thinking about doing a bed bench, just a small bed bench there at the foot of the bed. Okay. So, and of course, you all, once I get the my color scheme down and get the carpet cleaned, I'm going to put a giant size rug. I want something bold and pretty and colorful to go down on the floor. Once I get that paint on the walls, that's going to let me know the color rug that I want to go in here. I'm going to want something dark because it seems like, putting something light is just, asking for trouble. So I want something like maybe an 8x10 rug or 7x10. This will cover the majority of the floor. And then hopefully and preferably soon, hopefully by the beginning of the year, I can really start looking at replacing carpet here. So now, of course, over the bed, I will put some type of a wall, like something real popping on the wall over the bed. Just some type of really pretty art print. More than likely, I might put something on this wall right here, maybe just a mirror or something. Okay, so let me show you when I open up this door to this closet. I'm storing stuff in here right now, so keep that in mind. But this is the walk-in closet. Really nice size closet. So once I have a room painted, I'm going to also have this closet painted. Back some years ago, I had a plumber to do some plumbing work, because on the other side of that wall right there is my upstairs bathroom. And I don't know what he was doing, but he made quite a mess and had to patch up my wall. And so it's time now that I go ahead and get that painted. And believe it or not, behind this desk, he had also did a banged up job because he went behind the wrong area. And so he wound up putting 2 holes in my wall. But it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, you all, this is pretty much, oh, and also I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to update my ceiling fan. But I am of the mindset right now, because that is actually a good fan. It's a little dated, because it's gold. And the only thing that I might consider doing is maybe getting some new globes to go on it. But the fan works well. I need to clean the blades on it, put in some new light bulbs. And so I'm really thinking seriously about just not even touching that ceiling fan, because you know what? Sometimes when you're on a budget, if things aren't broke, don't be trying to modernize it just to be modernizing it, because it works fine. So I'm leaning very heavily towards just leaving that fan up there and taking the globes down, either just cleaning them, washing them real good, and cleaning the blades, putting in some new light bulbs, and calling it a day. But that is pretty much this particular room, you all. Keep all of my vision in mind. And this really should not even, I think the most money that I would probably spend is on the paint and maybe the mattress, because if I can get one of those chairs on Facebook Marketplace for free, and they even have some nice ones out there that maybe $20, $25, that's not bad at all. But we got to get this bedroom functioning, and tell me what you think down below of my vision board. Keep it in mind that the furniture will be redone. The carpet will be clean. The rug will be going down. Curtains going to be going up. I'm taking those blinds down, and I'm going to have my son to install some new blinds up to the window. And, just a little inexpensive pair. They don't have to be anything expensive. Just a nice little pair of sturdy blinds to go up there. But that is pretty much the bedroom, you all. And tell me what you think down in the comment section. I can't wait until I stain the top of this table, clean it up real good. I'm going to wipe it down real good, shine it up, and that is going to work out very well. Did I mention the fact that I got this lamp? This lamp was in my hallway, and I said, well, let me just pull it in here. Everything I did was just to kind of, give me an idea of what, things. So I started just kind of pulling things around. But I kind of like, in actuality, those circles there, those are actually blue. So that ties in with the nautical lamp over there. Okay, By the way, you all, I forgot to mention the fact that I am also going to be painting um, the door. And that is a quest that I'm going to be on, all over my house. I want to paint all of my interior doors and give them a nice fresh coat of white paint. I'm going to be painting the frame. I'm also going to be painting the baseboard. Now, like I said, I'm going to solicit my son because I really don't like doing a lot of heavy painting too much nowadays. So I'm going to see if I can get my son to come over and actually paint the entire bedroom. But I will go ahead and knock out the baseboards and the doors. Hey y'all, Sage and I are sitting here in Starbucks. I actually had a Starbucks gift card that had been in my purse for probably about 6 months and didn't even know that I forgot I had it. And it was actually a $25 gift card, and I was just so happened to go into my purse one day and I saw it. And so we are sitting here now at Starbucks and getting her some treats. So say hello to everybody, Sage.
Hi.
All right. You're gonna get a straw? What is that, Sage?
It is a strawberry arcade lemonade.
What is that?
Strawberry arcade lemonade.
You think you're gonna like it?
Okay, let me put this on. It's
Little cup holder.
because it's kind of cold. Oh, you're supposed to sip it.
No, it's okay, Sage. Just go ahead and try it. Thanks.
That's good.
It's good? Cool. So what is that?
It's a croissant.
Yummy. Is it hot? It's so good. Well, you like croissants anyway, don't you? Yeah. You have to be careful about that when you get older, eating all that bread. Well, it is time to get these greens cut up. I have 2 nice bunches here. And as I said earlier, I did get them from Publix. I have my big old huge colander. Once I cut them up to put them in here, I have my storage bags because I'm going to store them until tomorrow night. And I have my knife. Of course, I have my cutting boards over here. I have my bag to put my stems in. And the first thing that I'm going to do, you all, is go ahead and pick them. Then I will wash them. And then I will, move over to my island where I have my cutting board set up. And I'm going to get to cutting. Now, 2 bunches shouldn't be that bad. I'm typically used to doing 1 bunch because I'm not ever cooking for a whole lot of people. So, but it still should not be that bad. So let me go ahead and get to work, and we're going to get these greens cut up. All right, y'all. Okay, that did not take very long to get those two bunches picked. Um, these are actually some good looking greens, you all. I don't see any dirt, no residue of any kind. So I'm going to give them a really good wash. Throw my stems away. Okay, so I have my greens all washed and clean. Like I said, these are some really nice greens. That's why I like Publix, because Publix just that I have not had any experiences with Publix where their food and fruit and vegetables are ever subpar. They're usually right on point. So I'm going to transfer these over to my cutting board, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with cutting them up. Aren't those beautiful? All right, so now that I have them all cut up, now I generally, once I cut them up, I always give them another good rinse, but I'm not gonna rinse them today. I'm gonna go ahead and bag them now, and then tomorrow, before I actually begin to cook them, before I cook them on tomorrow, I'm gonna give them another good rinse. So let's go ahead and start getting them bagged up, and we're gonna put them in the refrigerator until I get ready to cook them on tomorrow. And I'll tell you in a few minutes how I generally cook my collard greens. Okay? All right, let's go with bagging. And since I'm going to be cooking them tomorrow, I'm not going to freeze them. And I know sometimes what people do is that they will kind of blanch them on the stove for about maybe 10 minutes or so. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to blanch them. I'm not going to freeze them. I'm just going to bag them and put them in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow, before I start cooking them, I will tell you how the steps that I go about. That this is the biggest part of the two dishes, because I'm doing dressing and these collard greens. So cutting them up really, today really puts me ahead of the game, and I'm so glad that I went ahead and got smart enough to do that today. I just love it when I do smart stuff, because this is going to save me a lot of time, to where all I got to do is just take them out of the bag and start cooking them. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in my refrigerator. And those are all ready to be cooked. Here is how I prepare my collard greens. I blanched them on top of the stove, of course. I kind of boiled them. And when I say boil, I just put them and steam them down for about maybe 5 minutes or so, just to give them an opportunity to kind of blanch down some. And then I transfer them to a large crock pot. And that is how and the only meat that I typically use is I'll fry up some bacon, but I season them with some other things that really brings out the flavor. I will show you all on tomorrow how the seasoning that I use for them. But they are usually very, very tasty after cooking in that crock pot, usually overnight. Sometimes, I wake up the next morning and I can just smell, the whole house is just smelling like collard greens, and oh my gosh. But anyway, that pretty much is that prep. It ain't nothing like going ahead and getting it done. Isn't that right, you all? So let's see, tomorrow, when I do the video on tomorrow evening, that is when I will come back and just cook those greens and show you all how I put my little homemade dressing together. I just remembered when I mentioned bacon, because that was something I meant to pick up from the store. I do need to get a pack of bacon. I need to get a bell pepper. And I think I said earlier, celery. I'm going to use Jiffy cornbread mix. I already have plenty of that. I already have the chicken broth. I have just other seasonings, sage and oregano, parsley, all that stuff that makes poultry seasoning. I have all of that, so I don't have to buy any of it. But anyway, I'm excited, you all, the fact that I'm only taking 2 dishes. Now, be saying a prayer for me because, like I said, I have not cooked dressing in a long time, but I just got a funny feeling that it's going to wind up being really good. So, well, okay, I think this is pretty much it, you all, for today. I showed you that spare bedroom that I'm getting ready to start doing my little DIY thing with. I'm going to be bringing you all along with me on that journey. Probably not every step of the way, but I will pull you back in as much as possible until we get down to the final reveal. This time, you all, I want to keep a promise to myself that it's going to be simple, simply decorated, but beautiful. So when I have guests, they are going to be very, very comfortable. So, all right, you all, well, that pretty much wraps up this video for today. That's all I have for you. I will be back with you again, like I said, on tomorrow. And I look forward to bringing you all back in the kitchen with me as I get ready to do my part, my dishes for our pre-Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. All right, you all, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video today, give me a thumbs up. Sage and I had a really good time there at Starbucks. So anyway, you all, thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Leave your comment down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. And you all have a blessed rest of your day. Bye.